In this video we are going to learn basic differentiation rules, and for the differentiation we are going to use these notations. When we write y derivative, this expression means derivative. When we put this sign here, it's going to be derivative for us, derivative of the function. Find the derivative of the function. It means here dx, d over dx, fx, derivative of the fx function with respect to x, it's going to be for us derivative of y, which is fx at the same time, with respect to x, or derivative of differentiate fx with respect to x. These has same meaning. So when we use this notation, generally we are going to use this notation, or dy over dx, we are going to use this notation also, or f derivative x, we can use this one also, and these are the derivative of the derivative of the function. It means here this one is not written, but we may use this one also. Okay, now there are four derivative rules here. I'm going to start with the first one. The first one is the derivative of the constant function, or derivative of the constant value. Here c is one constant value, also c represents the first letter of constant. C is the constant value, and the derivative of the constant term is equal to 0. If I say like this, if fx is equal to 5, and if I want to find the f derivative x is going to be equal to 0. Or if I say fx is equal to root of 2, the derivative of f derivative of x is going to be equal to 0 again, because this is constant term and there is no variable here. And if I say fx is equal to 1 over 7, which is rational number, and the f derivative x, it's going to be equal to this expression I'm talking about. F derivative x is going to be equal to 0 again for this constant terms. And the second one, the coefficient, the variable x, and the power is n. The derivative of this expression, x to the power of n derivative. This power comes as a coefficient in front, and you're going to decrease the power by 1, and it's going to be n times x to the power of n minus 1. So if I get x to the power of 3 derivative, it's going to be equal to 3x squared. Or if I get x to the power of 7 derivative, again I'm going to explain, this 7 comes in front, then times x to the power of 7 minus 1, it's going to be, that's equal to 7x to the power of 6. You're going to decrease by 1. Or x to the power of 10 derivative. When you get the derivative of this expression, it's going to be 10 times x to the power of 1 less of it, 9 it must be. Okay, this is the derivative of the second part, and the coefficient here, the third one, is the coefficient of the function is not going to affect the derivative. What does it mean? For the first expressions, let's say 7 times x to the power of 5 derivative. This 7 is not going to affect our operation. Like there is no 7, I'm going to do the operation. If it is x to the power of 5, it's going to be equal to 5 times x to the power of 4. But we have the 7 here, so 7 times 5 times x to the power of 4, which is 35 x to the power of 4, it's going to be, or 6x to the power of 7 is equal to 6x to the power of 7 is equal to 6 times 7 derivative, is equal to 6 times 7, 42, x to the power of what it should be here, 6. As we understand here, the coefficient is not going to affect the operation. Here, the sum rule, addition and subtraction is not going to affect our operation. X to the power of 3 plus x to the power of 2 derivative, when you say, the derivative of the expressions can be taken by 1 x to the power of 3 derivative plus x to the power of 2 derivative, and the coefficients, it's going to come in front, 3x squared. We are going to decrease the power by 1 plus 2x it's going to be. So addition and subtraction is not going to affect the derivative operation. As you see, we may use also in front of the parenthesis or over the parenthesis sign, and we can get the derivative with respect to that sign also. Okay, now we have some exercises here, and we are going to find the derivatives. Firstly, here this expression is important, 13 and minus 1 over 2. These are constant terms. These are c, so the derivative, f derivative of x is going to be equal to 0. Or here f derivative of x is going to be equal to 0 again. Here we have x squared and x cubed. I'm going to start with x cubed. It's going to be equal to 3x squared, and the derivative of x squared is going to be equal to 2x. The power decreased to 1, and this is important. This expression is going to be important for us because many times we are going to see the derivative of this expression, and many students are doing the mistake about the derivative of x. X derivative is going to be equal to x to the power of 1 normally. X to the power of 1 derivative this is. And this is 1 times x to the power of 1 minus 1. That's equal to, with respect to rule I'm talking, that's 1 times x to the power of 0. X to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So, derivative of x is going to be equal to 1. Derivative of 7x. The coefficient is not important. 7 times 1, it's going to be, which is equal to 7. It must be derivative of 7x. It's going to be here. And here, this expression, I didn't recognize that one, but this expression is also here. It is the constant term. So f derivative x is going to be equal to 0 for this expression. And derivative of cube root of x to the power of 7. These expressions are a bit different than these are, because here all the powers are natural numbers, except they don't have variable in these questions, and that's why the derivatives of them 0. But here the powers are not natural number. Firstly, we should transform as a power here. This is fx, and if you remember, root of nth root of a to the power of n is going to be equal to a to the power of m over n. So fx is equal to a to the power of, x to the power of 7 over 3 firstly, and f derivative x is equal to, the power comes in front, 7 over 3, x to the power of 7 over 3 minus 1, and that's equal to 7 over 3 x to the power of 3 times minus 1 is equal to minus 3, 7 minus 3, because when we do this operation we should subtract from the 7. 7 minus 3 is going to be equal to 4 over 3, and I can convert to radical expression again. It's going to be equal to 7x, third root of cube root of x to the power of 4 over all over 3 it can be. Okay, then this is the f derivative x of this expression is going to be. What about this one? Here we have x 1 over x to the power of 2, and this is not natural number, and the power is not here too. The power is fx is equal to x to the power of minus 2, and we have to be careful here also. Here, as usual, I said here also we have to be careful, because power is rational number. Here power is negative number. Why we have to be careful here? Fx is equal to minus 2, the power comes in front, x to the power of minus 2 minus 1, which is equal to, this is f derivative x, it's equal to minus 2x to the power of minus 3. So we are going to decrease, when we decrease the minus 2, the answer is going to be minus 3. Generally, students are confusing this one and they are writing minus 1. Minus 2 minus 1 is equal to minus 1 they are writing, which is wrong for us. Okay, then the answer, this is the last step, it can be f derivative x is equal to minus 2 over x to the power of 3. It can be. Okay, the last one, we have radical expression at the denominator, which means for us, first we should get rid of the radical expression and we should get the radical expression, the power up. This is 2. First, we know that the invisible root is 2 here. That's why this is going to be fx is going to be equal to 1 over 3 to the x to the power of 3 over 2 is going to be. Then fx is equal to x to the power of minus 3 over 2. It must be. Now I can get the derivative of this expression. F derivative x is equal to minus 3 over 2 x to the power of minus 3 over 2 minus 1, and that's equal to minus 3 over 2. 2 times minus 1 is minus 2, minus 3 minus 2 is equal to minus 5. X to the power of minus 5 over 2, it's going to be, and it's going to be equal to minus 5 over 2 is going to be equal to minus 3 over 2 times x to the power of 5 over 2, which is equal to minus 3 over 2 root of x to the power of 5. It must be x to the power of 5 is going to be, I couldn't write small here, root of x to the power of 5 is going to be. Okay,